Okay. Hello. I'm recording this for anyone who's interested to watch me play the game of Pentiment, which is as I believe, an kinda adventure-esque mystery game set in the medieval times. So we'll see how it goes. A mic may sound a bit roomy. I'm sorry to bring notice to it, but you can imagine me sitting in a stone chamber in some sort of castle or fortress, if that makes it better. Okay, so I never played this game, so this will be a first. This game uses stylized fonts and writing effects that may be difficult for some readers. Oh, but I kinda like the stylized fonts. I'm gonna be reading it out anyway. If it turns out that the text is very hard to read. Wait, no, this isn't readable. This is this Latin? In principio erat verbum et verbum erat apud Deum et Deus erat verbum. I get this stone. I can press the stone. I can scratch. Probably this. Oh. Am I meant to... Is this how they removed ink from paper before? By just grinding a stone against the side? Pentiment. I'm just bringing my volume up a little bit. I do like the art. How it's I think the game is meant to kind of look like a medieval manuscript or scripture. Bavaria, Holy Roman Empire. Was that Tassin? April 1518. An artist sleeps. An artist's mind. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, I don't want to try distracting the sisters in the library. I needed to finish this commission by the end of April. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. Stop distracting the sisters. Up to the devil's work again, are you? Saint Grobian. Beatrice, don't encourage him. Socrates. Devotion to one's work can yield pleasures of the mind superlative to those of the body. Right. Either you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to work the Socrates way. Prester John, how did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I apologized. What? It said R and I fixed itself. To end, I apologized and said I'd be more mindful. I said, it's not my fault that God made me this handsome. I ignored him, which is what the comment merited. I would probably go with something like this. It's not my fault that God made me this handsome. You're insufferable. Alas, this Christian faith who views desire less favorably than I did in my time. Oh. Perhaps this longing for you will instill in them a greater appreciation for beauty. Right? Try telling that to the abbot next time, Andreas. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Yes, marriage to someone has never met. Marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? That's what my brother said in his letter, but maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. The small portrait was lovely. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Okay, so this is... Right, so I'm sleeping right now, and this is Andreas's mind, which is my character, I guess. And in Andreas's mind, you have a woman, Beatrice, standing on a balcony. And then you have Prester John, sort of kingly character, or Prester. I don't know what a Prester was. You have a jester character, and then you have a kind of, you have Socrates, just brought out from Greece, ancient Greece. So I guess these are kind of how Andreas think by speaking to these different personalities. True, Your Majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control, Your Majesty. I don't know, Your Majesty. But I can't always dream of this place, Your Majesty. Well, I can't always dream of this place, Your Majesty. Of course, if you're not here tomorrow night, I pray you will be someplace as pleasant. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, Your Majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, Your Majesty. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. No. No. I never do. Ow, at least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. I like this guy. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run, you ragged boy. I won't. The abbot can't push me around. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. I will be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. Oh. Does these choices have any matter of how Andreas is? Does he have a personality? Does he have any traits? I won't. The abbot can't push me around. That's what I like to hear. Gah. I like this ink splatter. Would you please stop? I give up. Take me home, Grobian. As you wish, Andreas. Good morning, Ursula. Goom, Andor. Time to get up. 1. The Baron, April 1580. A few more pages. Back to the abbey. So I guess that was a journal entry. A few more pages. Prime, hour 6. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. That's my journal entry. Ex Libris. Andreas Mahler. Andreas Mahler. Andreas Mahler. Andreas Mahler. That's how I would say. 1518 Nuremberg. The map looks like this. Tessing. Greater Tessing. We are at the Gertner farm. And we have a couple of farms and mine. A waterfall. Oh, some classic charcoal burners. Hey, if you play the game. Kingdom Come Deliverance. There's a lot about some charcoal burners in that game, which is also a game placed in medieval times. So this is outer Tessing. Tessing itself is where? To the Abbey. Is it north of this? This is outer Tessing and to the Abbey. I guess you have some stuff. Or is it Kershaw Abbey? Kershaw Abbey. Abbot's House, Guest House, the Meadow, Kiesha. Right, Scriptorium. This is where we're going. It seems like quite a walk. If we're here, we'll have to walk past Johan Bauer. Johan Bauer's farm, probably. We could just walk up here. People, Piero, Brother Piero Verona. He is an artist of Kershaw Abbey, known for his kindness and helpful nature. Brother Piero is also respected as a master painter, specializing in works of extraordinary color. It's probably my master. And I'm an apprentice under Piero. Glossary, Nuremberg. Nuremberg, the free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire. It's a free imperial city. Major trade center and city of arts, including printing. Right. So there we have it for now. An artist. I am going to the scriptorium. My name is Andreas, and these are interactions, I guess. The Picatrix Key of Solomon. Picatrix Key of the Solomon. The Heptameron. Prior Ferenc keeps giving me all of these books to read. Did that add a character? Ferenc. Prior Ferenc of Pex. Originally from Hungary. Ferenc is the prior of Kiesho Abbey and is responsible for running the scriptorium, known for his interest in esoteric books. Oh god, this text is actually a bit difficult to read. I really should clean this up. Probably should. So I can drag him around. We have a quick map button. We have a quick... what are these? Who are these? What is this button? Oh, is it a pause button? What is this? Zoom. Well, I don't know about that. Let's suppose work hours prime, April 21st, 1518. Right. We're not going to bed. We're going out into the Gertner house, where Ursula is. The Gertner guest room. Okay, so I don't know these people. I'm just staying here. Yes. Ursula. Andreas. Okay. Chill out, Ursula. Hello, Clara. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well actually, thank you. Ordinary as far as sleeping goes. Another edit, quick edit. Not well, but there's nothing to be done about it. Quite well actually, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. It's interesting how they have different kind of fonts depending on kind of who they are in this society. So I guess this means that Clara doesn't really read or write much because of her sloppy, kind of sloppy font there. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Otto? Okay. Eva? Otto stoppa? Yes, around dawn. Here you are, Andreas. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it up by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're a bit... so, we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, I mean. Oh, I have a thought bubble here. I'm not sure how to answer this problem. The options are, of course, it's no problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. I suppose not out of the question. Yes, I think I can manage that. I can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do. Well, wait, where were these taxes in this? Were these taxes in this way? Okay, let me try this top bubble here. I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. Oh, I get to think with the characters. So you have Beatrice, which is kind of a kindness, I guess, and his empathic character, and your Socrates, which is more like logical, and more responsible, probably. And you have the Jester, which is very reactionary, angry, emotional, I guess. So Beatrice, be generous, Andreas. You can spare the money, and it will ease their burden. Socrates, you must take the consequences of inaction into account. And the Jester, what is this shit? Don't I pay taxes every year? Why is this falling on you to fix? These are nice people, though. I want to get on their good side. This is probably my better connections in this place if I'm new to the area. So I'm gonna kind of lean towards Beatrice's generous there. On the other hand, she might think she can keep asking me for advances on rent. So what's that then? I've just got their thoughts. Let's go with this actually. We wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. Oh, And a space. Oh God! Bless you, Andreas. And may Saint Luke watch over you today. Speaking of Saint Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Ferenc allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. Doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop on my own. From Nuremberg, from Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after a few missteps, some wandering, a little too much fun. Let's call it some wandering. It must be rather frightening, starting all over again. I owe it to my father, I owe it to my family to make something of my life. It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. I'm going to take the personal. But I know now that this is what I want to do. This will be remembered. Not many people get to decide that. So that was a choice that probably come up in conversation later, that it's my personal kind of quest and not to kind of please my family. Oh, did I read that? Not many people get to decide. I think it's certainly not anyone in Tassie. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It is, it's my finest work. It's getting there. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. That's no way to think about it. I'm sure it will be a treasure when it's finished. Now, I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. Okay, so Clara is Mrs. Gertner, probably. And this is Eva. Hello, Andreas. That's all Eva says. I just spoke to Clara. I'm gonna see. Hello, Clara. Can you spare a moment to chat? Of course, Andreas. How can I help? I was wondering if I could help you with your tax troubles. You said you were behind the taxes to Abbey. Exactly how much are you sure? Oh well, about 2 guldens worth. If you can't pay your rent early, that's alright. I'm sure we can find some way to pay that. I'm happy to contribute whatever I can. I know times are hard for you right now. No, I'll have my payment for you. I was merely curious. I see. Peter's too proud of a man to ask for charity when there's still ground to till. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked you about rent in the first place. You're young and have your own life ahead. I'm happy to pay early, Clara. You've been good hosts to me, and I can do without more than your family. Bless you, Andreas. Don't mention this to Peter, alright? He would hate. God bless you, Andreas. He would hate to know I told you about the troubles. Alright. He won't know a thing. Thank you, Andreas. Until later, Clara. Do I have like an inventory or something? How quick does what's passing time in this game? Is it in a conversation or is it like story events? So that's Peter. Let's just have a conversation with Peter. Andreas. Right. That's also having a look at the map. This is where we're at the Gertner farm. There's many places to go, but we're going to Kershaw Abbey, I think. Where is is this Tassing? Is that Tassing? Mill. Where's Mill? That's Mill. Oh yeah. Oh, this is Tassing. Yeah, this is. It's just a zoom in on this part of the map, right? Oh, we'll be going everywhere then. We're actually have to go into it. If we can't pass to Franz Bauer and Widow Kemperin's farm. Let's have a little look at the peoples. So we have. Oh. Some are blue and some are green. That's interesting. So Il Peter Gertner, the elderly father of Peter Gertner. Right. Il Peter is personally on death's door, but continues to work in the field in spite of it. Continues. He's the oldest man in town. That's Il Peter. Right. It's Il Peter Gertner, but Peter Gertner, the husband of Clara, father of Big Georg. It's the guy we just saw, I think. Sitting to the left. Eva and Ursula. Okay, so that's the children. Known for his temper and his dislike of the Abbey. And Lenhart Müller. Right. And Otto, who's the guy we're having dinner with. Town carpenter and son of old Otto. Known for his dislike of the Abbey. Especially Father Gertner. Okay. Oh, these are just pages. Probably then. Big Georg Gertner. The son of Peter Gertner and his late wife Christine. Oh. Called Big because he's the biggest man in town. And then reads Eva Gertnerin, daughter of Peter Gertner and his late wife Christine. Okay, so they are not the children of Clara. Eva was largely raised by her brother and father. So Big Georg is a lot older, I guess then. Yeah, Clara Gertnerin, second wife of Peter Gertner, mother of Ursula, known for her kindness and her concern for her husband's health. Right. Klaus Drucker is the Tessing town printer, husband to his wife Marie, and father to Berthold. Although Tessing is an unusual place for a printing press, he does brisk trade with pilgrims and other travelers on the Imperial Road. Okay. The Vespers, which were mentioned. Monastic hour at dusk. One of the major prayer hours. It is followed by supper. Okay, so that you pray in Vespers. Right. The divine office was mentioned. The prayer times observed by all Christian monastic orders. Monks and nuns pray together 7 times a day and once at night, as dictated by the rule of Saint Benedict. The groschen, a type of thick silver coin minted throughout the Holy Roman Empire. Groschen are typically worth 12 pfennigs, but may be minted at different values. Right? Gulden, that's gold coins used as currency throughout the Holy Roman Empire. Though different standards exist for the gulden in different regions, it is generally equivalent to the Florentine florin. Nuremberg, that's the free imperial city of the Holy... Yeah, I read Nuremberg before. Saint Luke, Christian evangelists and patron saint of artists and physicians, often represented by a winged bull. So he's like the saint for us because we're artists, I guess. Okay. Can we say hi to Big George? No. Oh. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big George. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. You hit a big rock with a plow and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You're off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right, thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your wonder jar before you came to Tessing? Hare? What's this? Wonder jar. Oh, background. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Press and hold to confirm your choice. So my background can be from Basel, from the Low Countries, or from Italy. If I choose Basel, Andreas knows some Italian and French. He can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. The Low Countries. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges and Ghent. And it can be from Italy. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice and Milan. You know, just based on that, I don't really know where Bern, Zurich and Freiburg are. like if you choose Italy, he only knows Italian. If you, I guess the languages are quite relevant here because you probably will meet some characters that speak different languages. And from the different places, you'll be quite the Italian. No, if you choose Italy. I kinda do want him to know some French. I may actually go Basso to give him Italian and French language knowledge. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm doing Basso. Over in Switzerland, Basso mostly. Swiss, I didn't know that was in Switzerland. Swiss air must be different then. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big Jorg. What, you spent all that time in Switzerland doing... What did you spend all the time in Switzerland doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Another background, right? I can choose hedonist, craftsman, bookworm, rapscallion, and businessman. Hedonist. Andreas seeks out pleasures wherever he goes. He is extremely social and quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. Oh, he is a life enjoyer. A craftsman. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all of his time to his art. Bookworm. Andreas spends all of his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Rapscallion. Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. I don't really... It seems quite fun, but I'm not really leaning towards that. Businessman. Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. Nah. Are we gonna play the hedonist? That seems like the more fun option here. Andreas seeks his pleasures wherever he goes. Like these guys, like artists, they have this, don't they? They have this kind of secret society sort of feeling, you know, how they, yeah. He's extremely social, quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. Yes, let's go. Swiss women are beautiful, and the bear isn't bad. What do you think I spent my time doing? Sounds like fun, but you better not let Father Thomas hear about it. Why not? Priests tell us to emulate the lives of the saints. I reverse Saint Augustine, who said, "Lord makes me chaste, but not yet." Chaste. If you say so, Andreas. I still think you're going to get into trouble with Father Thomas. Jorg. Anyway, I have to get going. Jorg. Let's go. That's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Town. Oh my god, stop running like mad. Look at this little beetle. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little cut here. I think we did some good progress. Set up the game. 45-minute clip.